Okay, Tesla is doing pretty good today. We are up almost $2, 0.92%, closed at 216.12. Post market, we seem to be up a little bit more. So let's look at what this means on the chart. If we only look at the numbers right here, we have no clue of the trend. What trend are we in? Are we just pulling back into a downtrend, or are we creating a new trend with this move right here, a $2 move and everything? We need to have context. If we don't have context, we cannot understand exactly what is happening. So let's look at it. Let's look at it with the chart. So we are into a downward channel that started, it started June 11th in hindsight. From this candle on right there, July 15th, we had a second point. The first point right was here, we had a second point. So that line could be drawn, and we have the third point, July 23rd. And then if we had stayed above support at 238.09, remember that number, then we would not have cared about this downward channel, because it would have lasted just until this support right there, and then it would have faded from our memory because it was not important, because it didn't last a long time. And well, the support at 238.09 was stronger than that start of a downward pattern. But now, because we broke through 238.09 right here, then it meant that this downtrend that started July 11th was continuing. So then it became even more important. And it's still important today. It's still important today because we are still obeying to this downward channel. And we are obeying it very, very well so far. So look at this. This is the candle that we have today. Made a higher low, made a higher high. We closed higher than where we were yesterday. So prices for a Tesla share are moving up. Prices are moving up. But now the big test is coming very soon. In fact, it happened today. Are we going to break and close above this downward resistance? Let's go look at the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, this is the first candle of the day right here. Big green candle. Look at this. Went right smack on our downward channel resistance. Went right smack, and we were rejected. So this resistance is still holding. Then second hour, we cooled down a little bit. We tried to go a little bit higher at 12:30. But then we were stopped at 217.65, and we never got above 217.65. So far, the resistance is holding. So what does this mean? What does this mean? It means that the move we had, the buy signal that we had here, then maybe a stop loss took you out. It took me out. But then I came back in. Then this part right here is in profit. So you should pretty much be in profit with this move right here. And when we have a downward resistance like this, we are supposed to cave into it. Does this mean that I personally sell each time we are getting close to a resistance? No, I don't do that, because we are encountering many resistance. So I would be selling all the time. But I am watching it like a hawk. I'm watching it like a hawk because I have, I am in profit and I don't want to lose my profit. So I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to decide at which point I am going to sell it. I could decide to sell it if we start to cave below this one right here at 215, but this is pretty tight. I'm not giving myself too much room. I could give myself a little bit more room right here to 212, which is the support just underneath this candle right here. So 212.72. This could be a nice exit. But also we have this bullish support right here. The bullish support, this big bullish channel, and now we are back into that one. So what would be really nice if you can suffer that is wait until we break this. So if we start breaking this support right here, which we have been above since yesterday, and we tried to get above it. It was right here. It was right here. We tried to get above, and then we went sideways. We tried here We tried here and then went sideways, and then we tried here again, came down, and now we broke it. So this is a significant thing. So if we break below this, for sure, I would get out. But you can decide where, well, until when you want to keep your profit. I'm not giving financial advice. I am just giving you some guidelines as to where you can decide to sell. Let me go back on the daily chart. Also, what can happen is that we can just continue also. We are right here. We are right above this bullish channel support I've been talking about. And maybe this support right here is stronger than this line right here. And it should be stronger a little bit because, it is a longer line, lasted for a longer amount of time. So, it should be stronger. We'll see what happens. Another thing I want to say about how to interpret this is that if you really want to keep your money, selling at resistance is not that bad. This is not something I personally do. I personally do all the time, but if you sell at resistance, then you are sure to keep your money. Then you can wait until next week to see what happens and then get back into Tesla if we have a buy signal on the daily chart. We would need to break, 220 something, it would need to be in this zone right here. It would need to be in this zone. We have this downward channel that we would need to clear. We have this horizontal resistance at 217 that we would need to clear. So in this zone would be a buy signal on the daily chart. And by that time, we should have a stochastic over 60 at the same time. Yeah, if we look at our technical indicators, so RSI is positive. We are above 50. So this is a green thumb up. And that's the only indicator that is turning around. So we'll see next week what is going to happen. VIX, what's happening with the VIX? So VIX is continuing down. We are down 2.69%. This is continuing down. We like this because this is making the stock market go higher. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones continuing higher today. S&P 500 continuing. NASDAQ also continuing. Everything is climbing. Let's look at our important stocks. Apple, breaking horizontal resistance after horizontal resistance. Boom, boom, boom. Look at stochastic at 94. We are up 0.59%. So, look at these green candles right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green candles in a row. This is pretty strong. Amazon continuing, but having a hard time with this resistance. Look at this. We stopped there yesterday. We are stopping there today. We have stochastic over 60. AMD, no, I did not get into that one, but this one is pretty nice. We got the buy signal yesterday, broke 144.73. This one is continuing. Adobe is continuing also. ARM caving in a little bit. This one is not as nice. Google also having some problems. 166.60 is the first thing we need to break, but stochastic is so far that I would be, I would be concerned a little bit. Microsoft, cannot break stochastic over 60. Look at this. It just caved in right there. Meta, we had the break yesterday. Now we are back into it. Not too far back, but still back into it. We'll see what happens with this one. Stochastic is still strong. NVIDIA continuing, still into a bearish channel. So we are not out of the woods. So what I am talking about in terms of the buy signals, they are 1 hour chart buy signals or daily buy signals, but with a resistance that's not too far. Palantir, this one is doing great, up 2.75%, being stopped by a bullish channel resistance right here, being stopped by that. But otherwise, we are happy. SMCI climbing a little bit higher, but no buy signal there. SoFi, you see this? It just broke $7. It's right on $7, and my resistance was at $6.99. Let me put it at 7, even 7. We are right smack on it. We tried to break above and close above. We did not succeed. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. So yeah, a lot of movement, volatility on BYD today. Back above 28.16. Maybe something is happening about this one. Lucid sideways. New battery material sideways. Neo climbing a little bit. You know, this one right here, you can see this as a congestion zone. Congestion zone that we just broke. Boom. So maybe, you know, there's no stochastic yet, but there's a buy not too far away with that one. But there's a downward resistance very close to. So it's going to be a short buy signal, a 1 hour chart buy signal. Novonix sideways, Xpeng, nothing. Rivian still above 1316, downward channel. Nouveau Monde, you know, having a hard time breaking above 169. Look at stochastic, very nice. So let's hope that this is only temporary, this little bit of a pullback. This is what we have right now. Nikola Mining back into place. So this is the bullish channel that we have. This one and this one. And I just drew a more laid back one to reflect what happened right here. So we are starting to see a more longer term pattern. This bullish channel lasted a while. It started approximately in May and it continued until August. And then we came out of it. So, you know, this one is no longer active. And because we came outside of it, it made a low right here. That allowed us the possibility to do this. Look at this. And now we see that this is a big overall move up, a big, large bullish channel, and we should be zigzagging into that. And yeah, people often ask me about the predictions. I don't predict. I can only extrapolate the present. But if I extrapolate the present, no. If the trend continues, you know, we could be expecting to be at 40 cents in November because it should be zigzagging right there. Bitcoin bouncing on 56,000. XRP bouncing on 54 cents. Gold, a strong gold at 168%. Look at this. Breaking above this channel resistance. It did that in the past. So maybe we are going to see something like this again. So, you know, this is interesting enough. Silver, same thing, broke 973. This is a spot physical gold. So, you know, these two right here are kind of nice. Don't forget, starting this weekend, starting this Sunday, my trend line intensive. Tonight is going to be the cutoff day. Tonight, I'm going to close the course. So if you want to learn how to do trend lines like I do them, I have a trend line intensives where we are going to be spending 4 hours during 4 Sundays. Plus, you are going to be part of a community where you are going to be able to send me screenshots on which you drew lines and I will correct them. The goal is to help you draw your own lines so that you can look at any stock and have a sense of where things are going, that you can identify the buy signals and everything. So join me. The link is in the description below. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member, in which case we are also going to talk on Sunday. That's different from the trend line intensive. I'm going to wish you a great weekend and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.